I'd like to call to order the Monday, November 4th meeting of the City of Monona Finance and Personnel Committee. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Alder Kitzler.
Here.
Alder Wood.
Here.
Mayor O'Connor.
Here. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the October 21st meeting?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. There are no appearances. There is no unfinished business. Under new business, item 6A, consideration of resolution 19-11-2380, adopting the 2020 operating budget and establishing a tax levy. Excuse me, is there a motion to approve this?
Move to approve forwarding to council without recommendation. I don't know if I need to say the last part.
Second.
Second. Did you want to, there's three amendments, I guess, two of which are related, if you want to
Yeah, I can.
discuss those. Andy,
The
you
first
wanna?
two.
Okay.
So the first one is related to a salary increase to a public works employee that we discussed in closed session. There was a 4-year plan, and this amendment is moving that into a 3-year plan. So this would be, I believe, roughly a $2 increase this first year, and then it would be $1 the last 2 years of the plan. And so correct? Yeah. So 80% of the salary is allocated to the general fund or general obligation budget, and then 20% is stormwater. So you have that number of $1,902 that would come out of general. And the idea behind that is kind of shortening up that 4-year plan. We don't know what's going to happen in a year from now, much less 2 years or 4 years from now, and trying to get this particular employee up amongst its peers to where what it seems like and what I've heard this individual deserves.
Was it a 4-year or 3-year plan?
It was up till 2023.
Okay, I was thinking it was 3.
So this is in addition to that, is that right?
Yeah, is this in addition to what we had originally put in? Yes, because
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
already included in the budget,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
I think I have. Yeah, it would have been a 4-year plan going out to 2023.
Okay. And then you want to explain
Sure.
Amendment 20?
So then the amendment 2002 is getting us that money. So there's the traffic control maintenance, which Director Stefani mentioned was a fund to allow us to pay for if there's an accident of a telephone pole, or I should say a light pole going down, or a stoplight going down, different things like that, that insurance would not pay for, that we would pay for it out of that fund. Looking at previous years, this, even with a $2,000 increase, which would pay for Amendment 1, we're still in average what we have spent in previous years, and even above what the average is for previous years. So talking to Director Stefani, he felt relatively comfortable allowing this decrease. And I know it says, my belief is that a large number of light poles go down for one reason or another. It meant to say we can take it out of the fund balance and not we can't take it out of the fund balance. But as I mentioned again, even with that decrease, we're still above the 4-year average of what we spent. So I think it's not necessarily a bad thing to use fund balance if we do go over by a certain amount, but I don't think, again, looking at the past 4 years that is in our book, we would hit that with what we have. So that's where I got the money for Amendment 1.
All right. Any questions,
Yeah.
Doug?
Which budget is this in?
So this is in the traffic control maintenance, which...
No, but I mean which department or which sub?
It's public
Road-related things?
Public Works,
Actually, I have
right?
the page
It's not
number.
utilities.
Yeah,
it's-
Public Works on page 83.
So I guess then I had a question for Dan, just to clarify, because it says traffic control maintenance, which suggests to me traffic signals, not light poles.
And I may be of misstating that, so I apologize.
Yeah. We did clarify that the account would be for traffic signals. But that is only maintenance as needed. There are times where we don't expend the whole allocation, so I think we would be okay there.
And is this the amount we pay to City of Madison?
Um,
Or,
no- I guess it's as needed, you know, when there's, it's for operations and maintenance of those traffic lights, so you know, the full amount is not spent every year. The other account that you see there, that's for the street lights that we pay MG&E for operations and maintenance.
It is to the City of Madison. That's who we pay.
Yeah.
We
Right,
pay
yeah.
City Madison.
Yep.
And we did already cut it back some this year from the original proposal. So it would be, go down to 13,500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Any other questions?
Mark, I don't know if I worked through you. Do you want me to send you the changes to the amendment narrative, just so that
Yeah.
in future it's,
Yep.
and maybe change light poles to traffic light poles,
Okay.
as well as get rid of the
Yeah.
can't.
Anything else on those two?
It's traffic signals, I think.
Or a traffic
Yeah.
signal, yeah. Sorry.
Then the other one was, we had also discussed increasing the mediator coordinator salary. This would increase it somewhat more, and I know we had discussed that what we were doing was bringing him up to about the average, I think,
Correct.
because we had some money that we had not accounted for in the original budget when we'll put it together, and so it's being covered by these additional dollars. Is that the explanation?
Correct. We found working with Will that I forgot to include in what we billed to the school for our school board meetings.
Oh, okay.
That ends up being $1,920. So with that, they increased the wages for that.
So we're using that money to cover this additional increase, is that the,
Correct.
any questions?
So this is again, this is in addition to what you had already put in the budget?
Right.
Correct. This is what's in the original
Okay.
budget.
Any questions? Okay, all in favor of moving the operating budget to council, but without recommendation, is that what we said? Say
Yeah.
aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item 19-11-2379. I'm sorry, that's item 6B, resolution, that number, requesting exemption from the county library tax. This is the one that comes before the council every year, and
Yeah, no changes from previous years.
but we have to approve this resolution. I think you two understand that since you're on the library board, or we won't get the funding, so.
Move approval.
Second.
Okay, any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item 6C, consideration of resolution 19-11-2378, a preliminary resolution declaring intent to exercise special assessment police powers under section 66.0703 Wisconsin statutes for street improvements to McKenna Road. Is there a motion?
Move approval.
Second.
Dan?
Thank you, Mayor. Right, this preliminary resolution is for the city to declare its intention to exercise police power pursuant to state statute 67.0703 to levy special assessments for McKenna Road. McKenna Road will be completely reconstructed to a 30-foot width, including new water, storm, and sanitary, reconstructed roadbed and asphalt surface, new curb and gutter, and sidewalks along the west side. McKenna Road south of Greenway Road to the Maywood Road intersection will also be reconstructed and realigned. The property to be assessed lies within the following described assessment district. There's a map that was included for a reference as well. All property fronting on both sides of McKenna Road from the intersection of West Dean Avenue to the southernmost intersection of Greenway Road, except where curb and gutter currently exist on Greenway Road and on McKenna Road between the northernmost intersection with Greenway Road and the southernmost intersection with Greenway Road, including full width of the street to the corner of the intersection within the city of Monona. This was approved by Attorney Cole and reviewed, so the language should be good. The total amount assessed against properties in the above described assessment district shall not exceed 60% of the cost of improvements to the city of Monona. The assessments ordinance language can be viewed in Chapter 63-19 and Chapter 395-4 of Monona Code of Ordinances. Typically, the city allows 8 years to pay back the assessments, and part of this preliminary resolution approval will require me to prepare a report that should be ready to be viewed prior to the public hearing. Will be available at City Hall, and I should notify the city clerk that it's ready for inspection. So, seeking finance and council approval tonight, contingent on Public Works Committee approval on November 6th.
Okay. Any questions? Alder Kitzler.
Is Public Works approving the design of the road on the 6th?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Yeah, and I was just asking that because I was interested to see the sidewalk and everything right after we had a public hearing, just in case anything changes. But it sounds like they're gonna
Right.
approve the design, so this language makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
Doug?
But the assessment will only be on the 30 feet of the street, right? Not all the other things?
Right. The assessment is just for the street reconstruction.
Right, but the description is more complete than that. It includes the sidewalk.
Right.
Sanitaries.
Yeah.
Right.
That when people are notified of it, I think you need to make it clear that the part being assessed is just the 60% of the 30 feet.
Of the 30 feet, of the 30-foot width, right.
Right.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
Sorry, yeah.
Yep.
Anything else? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Item 6D, consideration of Resolution 19-11-2381, purchase approval for the replacement of self-contained breathing apparatus, SCBA bottles. Is there a motion to approve this?
Move to approve.
Second.
Brian?
Thank you, members of the committee. As you'll note in the resolution, this was an item that was planned for in the 2019 capital budget. We had anticipated getting a grant for the cost of these bottles, but did not receive that grant. So the fire chief has put in this resolution and the corresponding resolution to follow, requesting council approval to go out and purchase these bottles before the end of this year due to the immediate need for them. So this first resolution is authorizing the purchase, and then the next resolution after it is the funding mechanism for how we'll pay for them. So I'll take any questions on this first resolution if you have them.
Andrew?
Is there a reason we didn't receive the grant funding, or was there any?
Not anything particular to our application, it's just I think it was a
Okay.
number of funds versus number of applications they received.
Okay.
Any other questions? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Final item 6E, consideration of Resolution 19-11-2382, amending the 2019 and 2020 capital budgets for the purchase of self-contained breathing apparatus, SCBA bottles. Is there a motion to approve this?
Move to approve.
Second.
Brian?
Okay, and this resolution is the funding mechanism, so to boil it down, how we would fund it is do two amendments. The first amendment would be to amend and take $37,346 from the HVAC repairs account, because we're doing okay on that line item, reallocate that to purchase the bottle replacement. And the next amendment would be to the 2020 capital budget, which was recently approved, to amend that to increase our borrowing for the HVAC repairs to capture that money that we'd be reallocating.
Questions? No? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Final item, acceptance of general fund accounts payable checks dated October 18th to the 31st, 2019. Documentation of invoices paid is available in the city clerk's office. Mark?
Yeah, so I'm going to look at the invoice register with the page number at the very top, because I don't have the same stuff you guys have. A lot of the stuff is just general stuff, but just kind of hit on a couple notes here. Page 3, Detroit Salt Company. Getting ready for the winter, some rock salt. As we know, we already had to use some of our salt just recently. Page 6, McCabe Nursery Company. Here's some right-of-way tree replacements, part of the 2019 capital budget, it's replacing what we're taking away. Page 9, Strand, working on the couple things for us in the capital, and McKenna Road and water tower upgrade, part of the capital. And a little bit further down is T2 contracting, riverfront construction. That is winding up here fairly soon. That should be done and open fairly soon. Page 11, Winnisquam Schools PTO. So we do this, the Hoot Hoot Hustle with the Winnisquam PTO. So that's their share, so we pay them.
So do we split that, or?
Yes, there's
Okay.
a split in that revenue. Page 15, Bill Cole, Axie Burleson. Just like to hit on these. And here's what for the month. It's a low number for Bill, which is good.
Always good.
Yeah. All right. Page 18, General Engineering Company. The September billing inspections, 7,000. Right now, I just want to hit on this just for a couple seconds. Right now, we are paying per hour with them. Once I think maybe the permits go down with, these big constructions, riverfront, we might take a look at it, the different way we structure the contract, like we talked about last time when we bid this out. Because it does get, expensive with that, so. Underneath that, Hamburg is finishing up the riverfront. And
Is that the final payment?
I believe for riverfront, there's one more payment. Just on page 20, just let you know we do use our local vendors, and Menards, Monona. We do try our hardest to use the local vendors. Page 22, Strand, they are finishing up a lot of work for us. And then the last page, 23, Wickercraft Boardwalk. This is the Gary Clark deck. They've been fundraising for it. They received enough money to actually pay for it. So this is one of the first installments of the,
So how much is that going to be total?
I believe
It's
it's,
3 installments that are equal.
yeah,
Really?
about 22 that we,
Wow, I thought it was
Budget.
about 13 or 14. So when will it be installed then, in the spring?
no, I think Jake mentioned today it's,
He was looking to do it yet in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, okay. Any questions? Anyone?
No.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the bills?
Move to accept the
Or
accounts
accept the
payable
bills,
checks.
sorry.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you.